Alrighty then. Welcome to the United show, the Manchester United show, the first, and it's long overdue. We've had a whole lot of Arsenal shows and a lot of City shows, but finally we have ourselves a United show, and there'll be one of many and plenty more to go. How you doing, Memphis? You doing good tonight?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome, awesome. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and talk our topics and figure out the vibe of what's going on, with United lately, and then hopefully we can get some United fans to tune in and be a part of what we're trying to do, and or at least watch this video, comment some other time, and you know where to find it in all of the latest social media. So yeah, United, we're second place, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that I expected us to be second place, because I just think City is a far better team. I hate to say that, so I know any City fans that probably watch this will probably say to themselves, "Wow, you know, you're honest enough to say that." Yeah, I am. I always knew that. I never thought that our team was ever good enough to win the title unless City just decided to just capitulate, which they didn't. But what you thought? I think you predicted at the beginning one of the Island Fans episodes way back that United would win the title. So what?
No,
So
no, I
no,
didn't. No,
you
no.
did. So who
I
you thought was going to win the title?
I said City, Liverpool, United, and Chelsea. I think I said this exact same top four as last
Oh, okay. City, Liverpool, United, and Chelsea. Okay. All right. Well, I guess you never thought Liverpool would fall that hard.
year. Yeah. I mean,
But
them man have some kind of centre back juju going on.
yeah, something to dream behind there. And yeah, you want to hate on our centre backs, but yet, look at what they're doing over there. I don't understand that at all.
I
Mhm.
think we still conceded more goals than Liverpool. So
Yes, we have. We did concede a lot of goals this season. But I mean, if you think about it, a lot of those goals were conceded early up in the season where we were just still catching ourselves, and
mhm.
the defense is still kind of thrown off. Nobody had a proper preseason. You gotta give the team some time. Look, since the 6-1, we haven't conceded a lot of goals. We find the team finally settled and we're in the right place. But if you're gonna rate Ollie so far for the season, we're what, 29 games in? Yeah, 29
Yes.
games in. Nine games to go. Hopefully we'll hold on to second. How would you rate Ollie out of 10? 10 being the highest, of course.
For this season, 6.5 out of 10. That's
Six and a
because
half.
Yeah, that's because we're second, but we're still. I don't think we're the second best team in the league, though. We're second, but I don't think we're the
Mm,
second best team in the league because we're second, but there's still a lot of improvements that need to happen. Because there are a couple of games where we drop points, and it's just like, how?
I agree with you in the sense that yeah, a couple of games we drop points. That's the case because I think we drop points because we have a mid-table midfield. That's why. I
And
mean,
centre backs.
besides, we'll get to that in a second. But besides Bruno and if Bruno and Pogba are not playing, or if just
Uh-huh.
one of them are playing, McTominay and Fred could start in Everton. They can start in Aston Villa. They can start in, I don't name a mid-table. They can mid-table team. I don't say Arsenal. They can
No.
they can start in any one of these other teams. And I don't know how people plan to win a title with McTominay and Fred. I'm a big Mix Sauce fan.
I
And
mean,
I,
they can play, but I don't think they can start as often as they do to win the league.
true. I think they're bench players. I think they're role players. They come on, they
Mhm.
do a job. We play them against smaller teams, but I don't think they're anywhere near good enough to be what they need to be in that midfield. You can't win a title. I'm
Mm.
sorry, you can't win a title with McTominay and Fred as
And
your
as
as your
as
starting
mhm.
midfielders.
And as we've seen, you can't pass the semi-final with them either.
Okay, I agree. Yeah, you can. I don't think we're ever going to get to the next level. If I'm bringing on McTominay and I'm bringing on Fred, then that's just the case. That's different. But when we don't have Pogba, which we haven't had for a while, as much as I don't like
Oh, so you miss
him
Pogba
as
now?
okay, all right. Since we're gonna deal with this, Right? And then we have KMBA saying it shows how important it is to have Pogba back. Very, very, very true. It is important to have Pogba back because he is a class player. I have to agree. I never had an issue with his ball playing ability. I had an issue with his
Agent,
personality. I just don't.
his
I,
agent.
yeah, but his agent don't tell him what to say unless he says so himself. I mean, I I just had a problem with him. Instead he just pledges loyalty to the club. He and his agent over there just trying to make money. Fine. From their perspective, this is how the world run, and they're just trying to make money. But for a club that you've been with for how long since we brought him into the academy from that French club we bought him from,
La
he
Havre.
should. Thank you. He should have had more passion for the club, man. And that's my issue with him. But in terms of quality, when he and Bruno at the 10 and him at the 8, we need somebody at the CDM that's on their level. And McTominay and Fred, either one of them can't do it. You just
Not
can't
even
do
if you
it.
combine them. Actually, if you combine them.
How you gonna fit that team there? That means because something has been happening lately, right?
No, I meant
They've been
like
so
put the two of them in one player.
There you go. If you make that, then you have a player. Then you have a player. Shaki is saying you're giving Oli a 6 after getting knocked out of the UCL from position y'all were in. It's a good
Hey,
point.
it's six
Good.
and a half. I said 6.5. Yeah, we got knocked out of the UCL, but
It was his fault though. 'Cause he should have substituted Fred. That was a mistake.
yeah,
I give him that. I Oli made a mistake there. He should have substituted Fred for
yeah.
real.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him for trusting a player.
True. Good point. Good point. Legit. I mean, that's the issue I have with Oli. If I was gonna give Oli out of 10, I would probably say Oli. I give Oli. You know what? I'm gonna give Oli a 7. I'm gonna give
Yeah, you,
Oli a
you
solid
got you
7.
gone too high.
You
I
know.
I don't. I went 6.5 because I mean, getting knocked out of the
But
UCL wasn't that big of a thing because they
no.
just gone out either around the 16 or quarterfinal anyway.
Yeah, I agree. In many senses, I'm giving him a 7 because of that same reason that I'm a big Oli fan, so I'm still gonna blame the board for not giving him the players he needed.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he had all the players he needed, then I would have felt more confident in terms of squad depth to go into a deeper UCL run. But I would rather get knocked out early, knowing I
Yeah.
could never win it, than be killing out Rashford and what's his name,
I mean,
Bruno,
Rashford
and
and
then
Bruno
end up
still
in
getting kill
fourth.
out. They're still getting kill
Yeah,
out.
but did they get more kill out? That's why. Cause look what happened. Look how we struggle without Pogba. Can you imagine us struggling now without?
Yeah,
Imagine.
I just like this version of you because couple months ago, oh, Pogba was like public enemy number one.
Oh man, come
But
over here.
I
Then again, none are actually CDMs. That's what I was telling him the same thing, Kembe, that neither McTominay or Fred are pure CDMs. They're neither of them are CDMs. That's why they play them together, because none of them can be trusted to do the job of a CDM. They both have to play next to each other. Right, Memphis?
mm-hmm. But McTominay better than Fred.
He is. He is better than Fred. I give him that. And McTominay still have room to grow. Memphis, you're settling for mediocrity. Okay.
Hold on, though. So I have a question for this person here, Mr. Shaquille Carty. How much you rated Arteta for this season?
Okay, so yeah, Shaq, could answer that. How much you rate Arteta? All right, gotta admit, the Pog president team is very important. His attitude on the hard big. Thank you, Rita. I appreciate that support. I never like his attitude. He needs to change his attitude. All right, we got Steph here saying keep Pogba, sell Martial plus 60 million for Haaland, get a CDM and a center. I like this guy. This
Yeah,
this I think it's the guy. Yeah,
yeah.
awesome.
United fans have such short memories. Because
Oh my goodness.
the other
Well
day
done.
it
Must
was
be playing.
the other day it was let's get that
uh,
150 for Pogba and buy XYZ.
I
Now it's
agree.
keep Pogba and sell somebody
No,
else and
no,
get
no.
XYZ. Marshall score 5 goal tomorrow. It's be like, oh my gosh, Marshall's such a good player.
No, I still want to get rid of him. I
Yeah,
still want. I
uh-huh.
would, I would,
Yeah,
t- I
you
would
know,
take a Cardi right now.
you want
PSG,
Icardi.
yeah, I mean, boy, Icardi, Martial swap. Look at it. Look at
Maybe
that. Up here.
3 seasons ago.
I'd still take him over him any day, but we're gonna get to strikers in a second. Marshall is only 25.
Yeah, check. And I calm down the man.
Look at how many players we sell become good, and look how many players we sell go on to just do nonsense.
So
That's surrounded around. We don't care about players. We sold Van Nistelrooy, we sold Beckham, we sold Roy Keane, we sold who else we sold? We sold
all
nearly
those,
everybody.
all of them were sold because they fell out with the manager.
Yeah, and we still went on to win titles and trophies after that. We don't need people around here. We
Because
sold
back then,
Cristiano, okay,
everybody
and we
wanted
won
to
a
play for
title the season
United.
after.
No, the season
Shaq
after
said
Chelsea
7.
won.
Is sure?
Is that
Okay,
19 was
well,
the
we did
season
win
after?
titles. We did win titles after, though. That's my point. Shaq is questioning my 7. The reason why I'm saying 7 is
Yeah.
because,
I said 6.5 to be nice.
yeah, I said 7 because one, I'm a biased Ollie fan, right? And two, right, because of the simple fact that I think that with Ollie, the team that he has could very well come sixth, could come seventh, right? This team is not good, and the fact that he can take this squad, then get all of his players. You only got Van de Beek and Cavani, and Cavani everybody knows was the last.
I don't think he wanted any of those two.
I don't even think he wanted Van de Beek. Thank you. I would say that, and yet he still take this team, right? And we all know Chelsea's team is better than United. We all know Liverpool's team is better than United, and yet somehow or another he's still in second right now with 9 games to go. Bravo, bravo. We were never going to pass City. They're already way better than us. I think he's done amazing.
No, but like I said, we're second, but we're not the second best team.
Based on what criteria? Who's better than us?
What do you mean, who's better than us? When United can go to a Big Six game and not sit back, then we can maybe be the second best team.
But couldn't the sit back be a part of the strategy? That is a part of the strategy.
It's a strategy.
It's a tactic.
Because we don't have the players to dominate the game.
So then why no? So we dominate the game on the counter attack. We dominate the game by a low defensive block. Why dominating the game have to be holding possession and taking 30, 40 shots with 10 on target? Why can't we dominate in a different way? I'm a defender, so I'm speaking for defenders, and I praise a proper defensive block and a counter-attack. I think that's amazing because not everybody can do it. Everybody's afraid of a counter-attack, and that was designed by Ollie. Everybody's afraid of a counter-attack. Isn't that something to be, loved?
But still, like, that shouldn't be the first thing you'd think about doing. Like, if they start pressuring you, then you wait for the counter-attack. But if you have the ball, it shouldn't just be counter-attacks. There should be at least a few periods in the game where you at their throats.
Why?
Kill them.
What? No, but why? Why is that strategy the established strategy for beating a team? Everybody have their tactics, so we have to maintain a Guardiola, Klopp possession, high press strategy to be considered a big team.
Look at United when Ali first came. The quick passing, the interchange in the movements.
We still do that.
Do that against a big team. Yeah, but against big teams.
But we don't have to. So Alex changed his system for specific teams. When we went to go play AC Milan, he changed his system from what he did in the Premier League. So then why can Ollie change his system for the big teams?
Those games. Yeah, but there were still moments under Fergie in those games where we had the ball and was going at them.
And why? Why? Because he had better players, right? Fergie had way better players to do that. So then how can you expect Ollie to do something that he can't do?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We're second, but we're not the second best team.
I think
because we don't have the good players, like you just said.
Okay, so you don't have the good players based on what standard? Based on what standard? That's my question. Because I'm not gonna say that McTominay and Fred are better than Gundogan and Fernandinho. I'm never gonna say that. However, though, I'm going to say that if you give Pep Guardiola this current Man United team, does he win the title?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. So my point being is that they may not be better than Fernandinho and Gundogan man for man, but they're better together in this United team. So why are we seeing them individually? Why can't we see the team collectively? And say collectively, Man United is better than everybody else, but individually, they're not.
So do you believe that we're the second best team in England?
Because we're second. Whoever comes second, I'll be the second best. Sure, yeah. That's how I see it. I got my points. You didn't. We all played the same
Wow.
amount of games. We have to play each other. So
Yeah, but
if
the other
I'm
factors
better
are
than
coming to
you,
it.
what coming to
No.
it?
Like,
And a
is
goal
the
win
reason
game.
what that a
So
fully
that
fit
means
Liverpool isn't
so it's
finishing
my
as the
fault they don't have
cheapest.
a bench. It's my fault they don't have a bench. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, even
That
their
means they
bench
don't.
injured.
That's the point. They don't have a good team. When we lost Pogba, our game dropped. But until win our game, and until sometimes draw, but until win our game, that's the case. When we lose people,
Man,
when we lose Martial, even though he wasn't doing anything anyway, and when we lose
yo.
Cavani,
He was still linking up the play though.
oh
Sure.
yes, he was. But I mean, we still did what we had to do. I mean, I'm just saying when they hear gone for you get Pickney and I bring in Henderson. Henderson to do the job, but then what? Liverpool bring in Adrian give a goal. It's my fault that your backup keeper retired. I mean, it's not my fault. Okay, Shaq agree with Memphis speaking truth. There's some moments where we need to stamp one name against big teams. Imagine going to Anfield and stamping and running ball around them. I you see that's the difference between I hear you, Risa, and I understand what you and Memphis are saying. It is just that I refuse to believe that there's a standard of play that is considered the dominant standard of play. I refuse to believe that. I don't. I
What do
just
you mean?
refuse to believe. I think that running ball is relative. The term running ball is relative. I think it's relative depending on
What do you
who
mean?
considers. For me, when I look at Inter Milan, I break holding back Barca from scoring, and Barca could not score. They couldn't find a way through. I call Inter Milan
Mm.
running ball. But people consider running ball to be possession, one-touch passes, and scoring 6 goals. Why can't running ball also
What do
mean
you mean?
a proper defensive block?
That's just
You can't
football.
stop me. Okay, all right. So football is decided by
Yeah,
the
but
attackers and not by the defenders.
no attackers win your games, but you need a defense behind you still. But there comes a point in time where you can't just defend. Like if you're already 3-0 up and you want to go in your low
Mm-hmm,
back and counter attack, fine.
mm-hmm,
But like
mm-hmm.
from minute one, oh,
Ah,
that's not it, Chief.
okay, I hear you. That's your perspective, because I mean, I think it all depends on your philosophy of football. If your philosophy of football is considered to be one in which the other team has a majority of possession, then is that considered to be running
Mm.
ball? Is that the term definition of running ball? Because then why is running ball always considered in the offensive, but running ball is not considered in the defensive? That's my concern. Why is that the case?
Okay,
Why can't
so
when defenders pass around the ball and they considered broken down considered to be that? That's my question, Memphis. Answer that question there. Why is that
okay,
not the
so
case?
you're talking about defenders passing
Yeah,
around.
not just passing around,
When we
stopping
do
people
the
from scoring.
yeah,
Both.
that's good, but you don't necessarily call it running ball. That's good
So we
defending.
call that.
But what I'm saying is relying on that alone and counterattacking isn't running ball. That's just basically it's in the name.
Okay.
You just counterattacking. That's
We. I hear you, Memphis. I hear you.
you're
But here's my
you're
question.
countering the running ball.
Okay. All right. The fans do agree with you. The fans do agree with. I gotta bring. Okay. Before let me just say this thing before I forget. Would you consider Ollie's
Mm.
counter-attacking strategy a tactic?
Yeah, it's a tactic.
Okay, could you consider it a style of play?
I wouldn't say it's a style of play because you don't do it all the time. It's just a
Okay, but
big game tactic.
okay, it's a tactic. So then now, why then can't you consider the way Klopp plays with his high press, or even way Pep plays with his tiki-taka football, a tactic as well that they employ every game? They employ it at every
Yeah, they
game. They
are
go out
tactic.
there and they play their system. So how is that any different than Ollie saying, my tactic is defensive low block, you're not scoring, counter attack,
Hmm.
score. Why is that not the same? Leicester did it for a whole season
You're
and won
comparing
the league.
United to Leicester? Yeah, but that's
No.
Leicester. And you
Oh,
also
so
said
big
that
teams, big
Leicester.
teams
No,
can't
no,
do
no,
that.
no, no. Before this show, you said Leicester won that league because everybody else was awful.
Yes, I did say that, but also because of the fact that they won their games. They won their games. Simple as that. I just
Hmm.
don't understand why is it that Ollie's tactic of counter-attacking can be considered a legitimate tactic like everybody
It
else's high
no,
press and tiki-taka.
it is a
But because
legitimate
you,
tactic.
but not
But
for Man United.
no, but like look how we played against West Ham when they had possession in West Ham's half. West Ham couldn't leave their half. I
Hmm.
want, even for like a 15 minutes, I want to see that
Hmm.
against City. Make
Oh,
them
so you're
man
talking
sweat.
preference. So you want that.
How do you
So
mean?
you
Make them
want
man
okay.
sweat.
Okay, all right, couple things here. There's some moments when we need. Yeah, you said it already, Risa. Now all the time we should be sitting back allowing them to have the ball and trying to counter attack. Yeah,
Exactly.
okay. And says Josh, would you say Man United is the dominant team? I would say that we're dominant on the counter attack. That's
Yo,
what I would say. All
you
right,
can't.
that's the running ball, Josh. Remember,
You
this is
check.
right. All right. Yes, counter attacking is on style, but why should I give 75, 80% possession against
You
somebody
check.
at home?
Like,
Then counter because that's my tactic. That's why. I
yeah,
mean,
but
just because you don't like it, don't mean it's not a legitimate tactic. You
yeah, but
know, and I
that's Jose, and that's what we're trying to get
okay,
away from.
okay, all right, all right. But if Josie won a title,
Yeah, they're all well and good for Jose,
okay,
but me not like see it.
imposing your style of play on the opposition, and that's our style of play. Counter
That,
attack.
no, that is not our style of play because we don't do it every game. We do it
Okay, I
against
hear you.
big teams.
Okay, even if you say that that is the case, okay, I just
Mhm.
don't see why you can't change your tactics for a big team. I just don't see why.
Because
I don't see the problem with that.
I just want us to,
Yeah.
because how we played against West Ham the other day, even though
Hmm.
we only scored one goal,
Hmm.
we properly dominated West Ham. Properly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, put it this way. Put it this way. We talked the other day about Arsenal against City and how Arsenal was
Hmm.
not dominated by City. Okay?
Hmm.
But that's Arsenal's
Actually,
style of play.
that
That's
was
how
you
they
and
play.
no, you and Shaq said Arsenal dominated City, and we were
No,
saying
no,
no,
no.
they
I did
didn't.
not say that. I did not say that. I
Do,
said that
what?
City did not dominate Arsenal like they said they would. That's what I said. I said it looked
Hmm.
pretty even in terms of possession and in terms of
Hmm.
shots. That's what I say, you know. But I'm also saying that if that's Arsenal's style of play, that's City's style of play, and they both decided they're going to play their game, okay?
Hmm.
But I think it comes down to the manager to decide if I'm going to play Chelsea, if I'm going to play. So I think the best way to win, because 3 points is what matter, not what you
Hmm.
feel. Okay, that I'm going to go into the game
Hmm.
and I'm going to play a tactic to win the game. But
Yeah,
if I
but
have a tactic against another team, then I'm going to bang them with a different tactic. You know.
okay.
But anyway,
But that
I'm just
same
being
that
myself.
same that same Arsenal City game, Arsenal
Mhm.
didn't sit back for the whole game. There were
No.
times where they went at City.
I agree, but why do you have to go at City to prove that you're a big team? Why can't
It's
you
not to
just
prove.
use your
It's
team?
not to
No, but
prove that you're a
y'all
big
say it
team.
to me. Y'all
No,
say
no,
to me
no,
that
no, no.
because we're united, we can't play counter-attacking football against big
I'm not
teams. And
saying
I'm
we
like,
can't play
I
counter-attacking
disagree.
football. The
You think
counter-attack under
sometimes?
Fergie was one of the best in the world.
So what is the problem? Because you
That
only do it against big teams?
because that's not all we relied on under Fergie against big teams.
Okay, all right. Only stumbles on wins. I don't know. I don't get stumble on wins. I get so many and end up in second. Okay, so I mean,
I
he has to
mean,
have some kind of mindset. That's what I understand. On one hand, everybody talking about Oli no good and United no good. If that is the case, then that means everybody else is really bad because we're second. So I mean, like, how is it that everybody else is so much fine? Your teams are better than ours. Why is it that your teams are better than ours? Great. I'm gonna if I can see that if your teams are
Mhm.
better than ours, why is it that you're
I'm
third,
not
fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eight, nine,
okay.
10, and I'm
When I
second, and I was third last season. So I mean,
when I say we're
that
not the second best team, I don't mean like everybody else is better than us. We're like the top five, yeah. But
what does Ali have to do? What Ali's have to get some
I wouldn't
respect,
say
Memphis.
Ali has to do it and say, well, we just signed a technical director and a director of football. So hopefully they can do it. Bring in the right players. Unless
Hmm.
if when he gets the right players,
Hmm.
that he's still second behind by X a whole ton of points,
Hmm.
then you're gonna have to say Ali no good. But for right now, yeah, right.
Or what everybody keeps Shakish is saying too that that's the point, horrible season all around. I know I'm not a person to think that. I know a lot of people think that then the season is just bad. Why can't we just accept the fact that City is just that good? I,
Because
I
there've been games where City has stumbled over wins this season. Couple games you just they're like I think they're scoring like the last 10 minutes or something. And
mhm,
then they'd be like, oh, it's because we kept going at them and created so many chances. Like that Wolves game, I think they
mhm,
subbed on somebody and scored 3 goals.
mhm.
Wolves gave away all them 3 goals. It was no brilliance by City. So if don't the score line is big, but it's kind of a stumble.
I hear you, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna give Oli credit. I'm not gonna have this belief that Oli did not do what he did because last season I came third. All right.
Mhm.
This season I'm second with 12 more points than I had last season. All right, 12
Mhm.
more points. That's an improvement. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, City is way ahead, but when you look at what City has done, I'm gonna say that their quality has has shown even in those games they stumble over. At the end of the day, even if I'm having a bad game, if I'm better than you, then I'm going to improve throughout the game. And all I need is that one moment of brilliance. And I just think United has just been better than everyone else. So you have to credit to somebody if my team is so bad. And you have to give Ollie his credit. This is why I give Ollie a 7, because I mean, he's I just think he's done better with what he's had than other players, other teams. And look, other teams may need more improvement. But hey, look, right? There's no guarantee just because you buy players that they will work out. He's bought his players, and he's seen significant improvement each season. And if he wins a trophy this season, then it's definitely even greater improvement, than last season. I think third. Last time I checked, if you come third, then you come second. Hopefully, we come second. That's not improvement, Memphis. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, but there've also been whereas we haven't improved this season, like
Fair
defensively.
enough.
I think we already conceded more goals this season than last season.
Yes, you're right. That is true. And I still blame that to the fact that I think we started the season badly. I blame that. I really do. I'm gonna.
City
I
also started the season badly.
Yes, but they're far.
When we were first, City was ninth.
Yeah, I remember that. But I think the defensive record post the 6-1 shows an improvement in our defensive capabilities. I really do. And
Mhm.
speaking of that, let's talk about the last game there. Here's a quick stat that you might like. No Man United player was involved in more shots than AC Milan, versus in more space in than Paul Pogba, 3 taken and 2 created, and he came on at halftime. Yes, he
Yo,
did. All
it's just
right.
the
So
French magnificence. Yeah.
the Frenchman. All right, yeah, he was. I gotta say, he came on and he did what we
Mm-hmm.
expect him to do. All
Mm-hmm.
right,
Say
and
it again.
what
I
what we're
hear.
paying him what we're paying him to do.
Mm-hmm.
He did what he's supposed to do. And
Mm-hmm.
speaking of players doing what they're supposed to do. All right, in that same game, Harry Maguire, 91 pass accuracy, 79 total touches,
Mm-hmm.
6 aerial duels contested, 5 interceptions, 5 clearances, 4 aerials won, dominated
Mm-hmm.
in the back.
Now watch
I
this.
think I remember. I
Now
think
watch
I
this.
remember
No,
you. Wait. One more. Harry
Mm-hmm.
guys gave it done with West Ham. 86%, 8 ball
Mm-hmm.
coverage, 7
Mm-hmm.
clearances, 5 out
Mm-hmm.
of 6 defensive areas, one
Mm-hmm.
interception, one and no fouls. And you posted, I should have screenshotted and put it in the show.
Yeah, he actually
You
looked like a centre
posted,
back that game.
oh come on,
But
oh
watch,
come
but
on,
watch this. But
Memphis,
watch this.
Memphis,
In those two games they
Harry
just put up.
Maldini.
No, in
What's
those
that?
two games that you just put up,
Mm-mm.
Lindelof had better numbers than Maguire.
I have Lindelof numbers in the AC
Mm-hmm.
Milan game. I have he 69 total touches, 5 interceptions, 5 that one block there. Remember that block there where the guy
Mm-hmm.
came through there in that game, and that
Mm-hmm.
was I thought that was
Uh-huh.
goal. He played
Uh-huh.
well. I agree.
Uh-huh.
Which is why I've always maintained in Memphis that you want 2 centre backs. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I think that each of them are good, but they're
Yeah, they're
not good
good.
together.
Yeah,
They're
Joe
not good
Maguire.
together. No. No. No, I think if you pair, this is why I think if you pair somebody else with Maguire, I would always pick Maguire because I just
Why
think
is it
that
not pair
Lindelof.
somebody else with Lindelof? I'll put Lindelof CDM because
Okay,
Lindelof
see now
can pass.
there we agree. We agree. You see, we finally find us a point of agreement. You know? Okay, I've been crying out for Lindelof at CDM for the longest while. Mourinho said that when he was at Benfica, right? Got him from right when he was at
Yeah.
Benfica, that he played CDM. Lindelof was scoring free kicks. Everybody forget that now.
Yeah.
And Lindelof is so good on the ball, and his interceptions are amazing. And he's not old like Matic, and he has more discipline and better touches than Fred. So he could well sit right there. I don't know why we don't try it. I've been crying out for Lindelof, and nobody do it.
Because, well, Bailly, I was in G12, and
True.
Twanzebe hasn't had the best of seasons. He had one good game, that was against PSG, just
True.
since.
True, but he hasn't got a run of games. I think he needed a run of games. And even Twanzebe too can play CDM. Twanzebe can play CDM. But Lindelof at CDM would work. He wouldn't have to worry about aerial duels, which is his weakness. And in the Premier League, you have to know how to head the ball. All right? And then you put another centre back right there. It'll work with Lindelof, Pogba, and Bruno in that midfield. I just don't see anybody scoring on us. I'm sorry. Lindelof would be the perfect. His stats say he'd be an awesome CDM. But anyway, that's a different different topic altogether. But couple comments in here. Good.
And the Pogba thing, like Pogba came on. He had to go on the left wing because came on for Rashford. I don't know if Rashford injured or because he wasn't necessarily playing good. But Pogba came on the left wing, got the right back a yellow card. They had to sub on Dallo. A couple minutes later, Dallo on a yellow card. Yeah, the man just great, dog.
Yeah, right. I'm impressed with Dallo though. I mean, I think he's done well. And I think
he's done well going forward. Going back.
True. Yeah, but I mean, give him some chance, man. He's still trying to learn and develop himself. In fact, let's move to another youngster. Let's talk about Mason Greenwood too. Mason Greenwood here, man. First off against West Ham. 87% pass accuracy, 3 shots, 2 block, 1 save. That one with Fabianski did that with a fingertip save. Oh man, big threat. I don't like the fact that people hating on him because he hasn't scored a lot of goals this season. And I give Phil Foden his credit for being an awesome young player. Saka, awesome young player. And yes, he's a striker. Striker's supposed to score goals, but
where this energy for Martial?
No, I will always start Greenwood of Martial at strike.
So where this energy for Martial? Like, I know he hasn't scored goals.
Where's this Memphis has been? He liked this Memphis. Yo, I'm going to get
only because I don't talk about Arsenal.
Shaka give me test kill the link. All right. When Pogba leaves, Bruno gonna cry. Hopefully we give Pogba the money, Damien Judge. Hopefully we give him the money. That's for Harry. He still isn't worth 80 mil. I agree with you. He's not worth the 80 mil. But he's definitely doing.
Man United spent 80 on Harry and didn't want De Ligt for 73. How would that make any sense?
Because Ollie wanted Harry. Simple as that.
Who tell you Ollie wanted Harry?
Ollie said he wanted Harry. Even guy can give me those numbers majority games, then maybe my mind might change to West Ham. Thank you. See, I'm trying to reach the over.
She said, "You see that maybe."
I'll take a baby, right? I will take a baby for now. Only on the board should be a jail for them. Why? Why? Y'all
Yo, that's
hating on my
yo.
boy.
That
What
is
does Maguire have?
big money.
Okay,
That is money laundering right there.
look, right? Okay, Memphis, haven't we had like 4 or 5 clean sheets running straight?
Mhm.
We're gonna just blame we're gonna give thanks to that too. We're just gonna say Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. Oh,
I
come on,
mean,
people. Harry
according to
Maguire is our captain and the center of our defense. He
according to
leads that
Facebook,
back line.
the reason we have those clean sheets is because of Henderson.
Okay, but I'm gonna get to Henderson in a second. I'm gonna ask you a question. That's what I want, skill. You need to get skill in the building. Find out what skill is. I'm feeling this and a link. All right. Let me say interesting fact too. Maguire is the highest paid defender in the league. Must you have to be the highest paid defender?
Yo, money
Tell
laundering
you,
again,
my
fam.
boy, Harry Maldini. Note the name, fans. Note the name, Harry
Somebody will watch
Maldini,
something.
all the way.
Somebody will watch something. Something right.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Memphis. Couple other things too.
Hmm.
So what do you think about Goatwood at the strike? He's had the last couple appearances. You like him there? You think he's doing good?
Um,
He-
striking at United right now, I think there is a problem because no matter
mhm,
who's at strike, unless it's Cavani,
mhm,
anybody else that goes and plays strike,
mhm,
they don't necessarily play strike. They either on the left or on the right. I don't understand
mhm.
what's going on.
I know what's going on.
I know they're trying to interchange, but like
Mhm,
if Rashford's still out there, why are you
mhm.
going out there? If Daniel James still out there, why are you still going out there?
Because he wants that fluid motion, like you're saying, the interchanging.
Yeah,
But
but if
see,
they're not moving, you don't go.
I agree. I agree. I agree. And I think it's because it comes back down to training, so you can blame Ollie for that. But I noticed that doesn't happen as often when Cavani plays, because even Pogba said it. Pogba said that Cavani offers you something that the other strikers don't offer you.
Because they're not strikers. Well,
Exactly.
Greenwood's still young, but
Greenwood's still
he
young.
look
That's
like when he goes on the right, he look better.
mhm, he does.
The only thing
Yeah.
is now I don't understand why Playing Boss just shoot everything.
Because he's a striker. He's supposed to shoot everything. I agree with him. Take shot. How you
Yeah,
mean?
but
He's supposed to take shot.
not when there's a quite simple pass to make for somebody who's
Okay.
in a better spot to shoot,
Which comes back down to decision making, which I agree, which will come in time.
which
Which will
Rashford
come
need
in.
to. Like take shot from 40 yards out and somebody make a run. Like, come on, bro.
Okay, yeah,
Has
I
he ever
agree.
scored from 40 yards out?
Yeah,
The one
yeah.
free kick, yeah, but other than that,
Okay. Other than that, okay, that time when in the Champions League, I think against it was that Spanish team we were playing, and he took the free kick from far when he and Pogba were standing over it, and the keeper made a mistake. You remember?
yeah, that was Benfica, and that the keeper caught it and then brought it into the goal.
Okay, so he still scored, right?
Yeah, but that you really don't count that.
I know. I'm kidding. All right. Greenwood says it's not all about goals. Obviously, I love scoring goals, but my overall play has been improving, and I'd probably say I've done better this year with my general play, assists, and stuff like that. And I think my defending off the ball and on the ball, my overall game is improving, and I'm pleased with that. I agree. I think he has gotten stronger. He's starting to
Yo,
fill out,
where's this energy
and
for
he's
Marshall?
improving. He's improving. Okay, you want to start for Martial? John Stones and Martial have the same amount of goals in the Prem. All right, moving
And that's
on.
more than
Moving
Greenwood. You literally
on.
just said it's not all about goals for
Uh,
Greenwood. Yo, that's just favoritism. Yes,
okay, Josh Joseph said,
he's not having a good season, but like I'm not gonna talk
mm,
about sell the man.
okay, I agree. I'm Memphis, I'm gonna
You
say
can
on
say
record.
bench him. You can say bench him, but like I'm not gonna sell him.
I only said sell Martial is because of the fact that I think you should sell a player if a player is not buying into the coach's philosophy. And Martial
He
obviously doesn't
has.
want to. I don't think he has.
He just the
Why
only
is it
thing
that
is
why
like when we're sitting back, I don't think he likes that.
I hear you,
For
but I
the
mean,
interplay and whatnot, I mean, that's come on
but
now.
Memphis, you would agree he's not making the runs in him that we want him to make.
You
that
see,
Cavani makes.
I
And
think
that's buying you're not buying into social like a pure
because
striker like how he was.
okay, but I've seen Marshall make runs and the ball hasn't come. Like there was a time I remember who we were
Mhm.
playing. Henderson had the ball and the boss take off screaming for the ball, and Henderson still held on to the ball. They
I
would
hear
have
you.
kicked that though. They would have kicked that.
Okay, but I'm gonna advocate for something different. We gotta move on there. You're saying Rashford didn't have has not having a good 2021. I am Rashford's father.
Don't.
All
Oh
right,
gosh.
and so I'm
Don't
going to
say it on
support.
the show.
Yes, he's my son and adopted. Anyway, so I'm gonna back up my boy and say, look, he's tired. He's just tired, and
Rashford isn't fit.
yeah. 2021 hasn't been the best for him so far. He needs a rest.
I think they already said he's having surgery after the Euros.
Yeah, he is. All right. That's the case. So Josh is saying, Damien Giroud even scoring World Cup. I don't know what you're talking about towards, but I love Giroud. I take Giroud over Martial any day. All right.
It's the what?
Dean
Yo,
Henderson, 12 clean sheets in 18 matches, 10 goals conceded. David De Gea, 10 clean sheets in 29 matches, 37 goals conceded. So that means Henderson should be our number one. Yes, Memphis.
no, not yet.
Skill you
There's
make it.
only one thing Henderson does better than De Gea,
Be
and
a
that's
keeper.
command the box when balls coming in. That's it.
Oh
That's all he
man.
does better than De Gea. He's not a better shot stopper, as you saw in the first leg against AC Milan. The header goes straight to the boss.
Oh come on. Oh come on. But then the
I
second
know
leg,
that wasn't
the
no bullet
second leg,
header.
no, 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 no.
The
But the
second
second
leg,
leg,
that
he did it
you
again. He did it with Zlatan. He did it with
yeah,
Zlatan. Right?
where
That
the
was a
ball go?
world class save.
If the defender wasn't there, Zlatan have a tap in because the ball just goes straight up. They had to
No,
push
no.
that over the bar.
What mean tapping? You're talking about like a free header into the goal as a goal? That's what you should say?
No, like Henderson saved it and the ball went straight up in the air. And I think it was Maguire who had to touch it out.
Yeah, but that was a bullet header. He could have
What
scored
bullet header?
he basically jumped over who's behind here?
Luke Shaw.
Yeah, he
Anybody can jump
basically
over Luke Shaw.
true, right? But I'm making the point that it is Zlatan Ibrahimovic in the dying minutes of the game, fresh, come on to score a goal, and Henderson made a save to prove he learned from the mistake in the first leg. He knows he should have saved that. He didn't get his hand on the ball. I get that, okay? But when you look at the stats, he's been a better keeper than De Gea. So I am advocating. Now, again, all the people who know me know that I have an English bias. I'm not
Yeah,
ashamed of it.
it's
I'm
absolutely
not
ridiculous.
ashamed of it. All right. But
And I even win.
I say bench De Gea and I say start Henderson. This is what I say.
Henderson not
I
even
say
start for
so.
England.
He will. Mark my words. He will start for England. Mark my words.
Oh, Pope?
Oh, of course. Of course. He better than Nick Pope. He definitely better than Everton keeper. Wait, I can't remember his name.
Pickford not good. You can't use Pickford.
Okay, exactly. So who else there? Nobody else there. Skill, you there?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Good night,
big man. We already in. Good night, man. All right. Memphis and I going back and forth here. What do you think? De Gea start or Henderson start?
De Gea for right now. Still.
For
Exactly.
right now.
Henderson is still. You check.
Based on what? Guys, y'all need to have the same
has
kind of
one thing over him for right now.
Only one thing over him.
It's only the one thing.
Both of them can make reactionary saves. Both of them have proven with the clean sheets that they're good. And then you're telling me then that Henderson is a better shot stopper or just better commanding of the box? That's a big thing in the Prem. That's a big thing in the Prem. But my point is that didn't the same thing happen with Peter Cech and what the boy named for Real Madrid?
Peter Cech.
Courtois. Nobody would have thought that Courtois would have started over Cech when Cech was who Cech was. And Courtois went on.
No, that's different.
Courtois went on to be a world-class keeper.
That's
at that
different.
particular time, Courtois was extremely young.
And Courtois already was keeping clean sheets for Atletico. Up there against the big.
So you're giving Henderson the edge because of what?
Stats. Henderson is a better keeper than De Gea right now. Right now. Servant of the club, thank you for all you've done, but
That's
are
just
not
English
better than
bias.
Henderson.
That's just
You are
English
not.
bias. That you know it's just English
Yo,
bias.
we pull
You
up
can
the
pull up
stats
all the
again.
you can pull up all the numbers you want,
Okay.
because
So
half
you're
of them
giving
goals they half of them
so
goals
you're
they
giving
here
away
concede
the years
Maguire
of
and mark our
service.
players.
I didn't skill. What's this skill?
You're giving away the years of service.
No, I'm saying go to the bench and be the backup keeper. It's good to have two backup. It's good to have good
No,
backup keepers.
De Gea
You know, you
can't
can
be no
have.
backup keeper. That's rather ridiculous.
Yeah, you
How
can be a
De Gea
backup
be?
keeper to Henderson. Henderson is a
How?
better keeper than De Gea right now.
And
Right
in
now,
terms of what? In terms of what?
everything. There is not one
No,
thing that De
Carl,
Gea can
listen.
do that Henderson can't do. We are can't do one thing De Gea can do. Henderson can't do. I have
Wow.
never felt scared. Y'all ever felt scared
Wow.
with Henderson behind you? Has there had been a time this
Yes.
season where you felt
Yes.
scared?
Yes. Every time they pass the ball back to Henderson, it take 10 years before he kick him.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. It's like that. It's like that.
I
It's like
second that.
that.
I don't think he's confident on the ball like De Gea.
Mhm. Oh boy. Here he
But
is saying, I'm so glad that Henderson is having a good performance. Now he's getting a chance for the here to better his crappy form in field. Exactly. Exactly. He is. That's why he should keep starting. So when they hear come on, you know what? I have to do well because Henderson is playing well. I'm telling you guys. This is what it
hold
is.
on the pastor.
Go
Without
big boss.
remember De Gea went on leave because of the birth of his child.
Yeah.
That's the
Mhm.
reason Henderson play.
Yeah,
Not
I
because he's
agree.
better.
Not because he's
I
better.
agree.
So
Look, right?
If De Gea didn't have a young one, he wouldn't dare start.
And De
I
Gea
don't
be the
know.
one of those clean sheets.
Guys, okay.
I'm not hating on Henderson. I'm not.
I hear you. I
But
hear
I
you.
just think that if he was available, he would still be
Mhm.
starting. Don't you think?
That's a good point. Very, very good point. But I have a counter to your point. Romero was good for us, right?
Correct.
Okay. We literally bad up Romero. Okay, let's be honest. We didn't treat him good, right? With this, what happened recently. Okay. And we brought in Henderson because of his amazing season at Sheffield, where he had more clean sheets than De Gea. Okay,
Two
let's
more.
be honest.
Two
Okay,
more.
more, two plenty, right, for a keeper. Okay, right. And then now we bring him into the United side because I believe Ollie, in his spirit, wants to start Henderson, but he can't do it because of what Damien John's saying here. 375 a week for a keeper, that's madness. He right. He can't put 375 on the bench. But I really believe in his heart. He don't want to play. He don't want to play here because he done with it even since last season. He know Henderson is a better keeper, but he'll play politics. That's what he'll do. A politics all he'll play. Think all he tripping? Come
I
on, man.
don't.
Ollie,
I would
I just
go. I would
that's
go out on a limb, but I'm not gonna say he's a better keeper. He's young,
and so
so
good. And
yes,
so good.
yeah, he
Oh
is good,
man.
but I won't say he's the better keeper. No, he no better than De Gea. He can't better than De Gea. Can't.
See the problem
No
here
man,
is y'all.
he's only better than De Gea in the one aspect, and that's coming from ball. That's it.
They mean just how bad he was when he first came in. Trust Henderson. He has been bad for 2 seasons, guys. Let's be honest.
Who's been bad for 2 seasons?
The hell?
He hasn't been
He's
bad
been bad
every
for two
single game for you
seasons.
to say he's been bad for two
Not
seasons.
two.
There's
Not
still
not every
games in
single
those
game.
2 seasons with De Gea save United.
So Josh,
Yes,
what
I
what
agree.
do you consider he is bad for 2 seasons? What about the defense?
I say I hear you, but I say considering the standard he had up here for when he won all those Player of the Year awards, the standard drop. And when you keep for United, you have to keep the standard up here. And Henderson is up here. So,
Henderson is not up here because
okay,
you say he has 10
bro.
clean sheets. Who does clean sheets against?
I know you're going to say that, right?
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, no, that's not the point. Another point. The point is you still have to keep the clean sheet to them. And then don't forget that he's had some big games versus AC. He also started in the City game and he pulled out some major saves. So don't say that he's our weak team to man play. But we do have to move on,
It's
though,
not
guys.
all weak team, but it's not all big team either.
Who's your player of the season? Who's your player of the season?
It's only one player.
Call his name.
Captain Bruno.
Okay. I wasn't gonna say that.
Yeah, we know you
I
can say
wasn't gonna say
Rashford.
that.
We know you can say Rashford.
Well,
I was
get it
not
out.
going to say
No,
Rashford.
no.
I was not going to say
No, but
Rashford.
we can have this debate until tonight, until 12 o'clock tonight. I'll give
We don't-
Bruno because of the form that he's in.
Mhm.
But have you ever seen how Rashford play? Rashford play till he barely drop.
Yes, that's true. My boy.
Rashford had to
My
work
boy.
hard. Memphis, me no care skin up your face. Rashford had to work hard
I mean,
for the team.
he do that, but
Hey,
the
hold
decision
on.
making still
He
ass.
1 point,
Rashford is the
Memphis. 1 point you have.
for the team. He is the workhorse for the team.
Prince of
Bruno get
England.
it done.
Mm,
Rashford is the workhorse for the team. He's the backbone.
mhm.
Everything come
I
to him
agree.
now
Yeah.
before
The
he go
team
to
plays
Bruno.
differently without him. But I want to do a controversial player of the season, though.
We know
Luke Shaw.
That's not controversial.
Luke Shaw. No, I was going to throw
So
him. I
you
got my stats in, so I was going to throw in my boy here. This was from March 8th. Okay, we're at the 20th now. We played, I think, 2-3 games since then. Right? Nobody created more chances than Luke Shaw. And he's top 5 in Europe in chances created. And he's a defender. And if you think about it, guys, on that left-hand side, we need a Luke Shaw so that Rashford can play the way he plays. I'm just telling you. I just think Luke Shaw, defensively, he is vastly improved. And offensively, I mean, I think he's just amazing, as a defender. So I'd give him that. Who's your most disappointing player of the season so far?
Okay.
29 games in. Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Okay.
Hey, you know where I'm going with this, right?
Oh, Lord of mercy. Disappointing? And Friday?
You know where
And Friday?
no
You go to Maguire.
no.
I'm Marshall, you call him.
No. Josh, no. You have Fred
Mhm.
at let me see, how should I put it? As you said,
Thank you,
I
Risa.
heard you on the last show that
Mhm.
in every team you need a Brockfoot man.
True, I did say that.
Fred
Mhm.
is the ruffian for the team. Kick them down and so. Memphis?
I think Pastor gone.
Okay, I think he
But
gone.
I'd say McTominay is the kickdown man to me.
But at
'Cause
more than one
I-
time, McTominay wanna be. You cannot be smooth and still be rough.
Yeah, I think each eye did the two. I don't know why.
You cannot have that. Either you go
Because there's
rough
been times,
or you go smooth.
yeah. Because when he first came onto the scene under
good.
Mourinho, bro, you know my friend, motherfucker.
Sorry, I'm back.
But like McTominay, when he first came onto the scene, there were a couple of sliding tackles. Like, long time when I see somebody do this in a United shirt.
Oh yeah,
I think it was
well,
against
Big
Leicester
Sauce is my
City.
boy. Look, right? I don't know why I know Reese is not a friend of Fred, so she always said Fred the crackhead for disappointing of the
No, you
season.
see,
So she say, "Oh boy."
the thing about Fred,
Mhm.
the thing about Fred is, like, he win back the ball and does the dirty work. But
He
after he
does.
win back
He
the ball,
does.
give it straight back.
Yeah, his
Just give
passing
it
is
straight
not
back.
up to
Like,
par. That's true.
oh, his
But
control
my
against
biggest,
AC Milan, I was like, yo, what am I doing? Forget off a control and ball.
but that's not my biggest problem with Fred. My biggest problem with Fred is that his inability to help me offensively. His inability to help me offensively is annoying. Okay, even as
but
every CDM should at least have a long shot in a dem. All right, that's even in FIFA. This is why we said we need to buy Ruben Neves. All right, if you want a cheap alternative, Ruben Neves will
Yeah, but
knock you on
he's
30
not
yard out.
CDM.
No, but he can play CDM. He can play that role. He can sit right in front there, and you drop the ball in the 18-yard box. He will slap it. But Fred reaches that line, and they know he's going to pass. He had a right foot, and he definitely need to have a left
Miss.
foot, and he left footed. So I mean, this is what I'm saying. I would go for a Saul Niguez, and this puts us into a transfer section, guys, quickly, because I don't want to go too long. Quick picture here with my boy, who is, where is he now? He came up. Oh, no. I think I messed me up. Is that
Maguire?
all right? Anyway,
The one on
yeah.
Maguire? No,
He
it came up. The one on Maguire?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. All
So it's
right.
down now.
So, okay, good. Yeah, I took it off. All right. Risa here said, Fred cannot pass. Fred cannot go forward. Fred cannot pass. Fred cannot shoot. Fred decision making is terrible. The only thing Fred goes win back ball, and he does it great, But after he done win back the ball, he passed it right back to the opposition. Skill frozen too. I guess skill will come back eventually. All right. Skill back.
On
Yeah,
my
yeah,
screen,
I'm
I'm
here.
frozen. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. All right. So okay, I would. So who's your disappointing player this season, Skill?
Yo, I'll go. Yo, to me, he's not living up. To me, he's not living up to the hype that you're giving him. So you know where I'm going with that. That's my disappointment.
Call name.
I don't need to call name. He know
No,
where I'm
call
going
it.
with this.
No, call the
Okay.
name. You want to hear the name?
Okay, Harry.
United fans, you tell me your disappointment this season. Those fans in.
Yo,
Tell me you're
36,
disappointed this
35
season.
goals conceded last season. I think we're how much you done concede? 37?
Okay. Yes. But check the stats for the last 10 games, okay? And watch you see my boy go come up big in the run-in. And he scored goals this season too, okay? So
Who?
I will Maguire. All right.
One was an own goal. One they changed to an own goal.
And the
I
teeth
don't
go
remember
for
now
me
to go.
too. Okay. All right. We gotta move on. We're almost done here. Let's do quickly transfers in and transfers out. Who you want out the squad? Out the squad. We have 9 games to go. I don't think a lot of people are going to be we're going to be different heading into the last 9 games. I don't think anybody's going to do anything light up the world unless Green goes on a 10-game scoring streak. But who are you kicking out to the squad at the end of the season? Dawson Maguire.
No, I'm not gonna kick him out. I'll have him playing alongside probably like a Rafael Varane.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking. So that's your in and your out. So you're keeping
Yeah.
Maguire, but you also Risa here saying transfer. We're bringing in Varane. I would love Varane too, boy. Varane could sit next. You see Varane next to Maguire, you will see a proper partnership because Varane got that pace and he's good on the ball and he can head the ball. Everything that Lindelof can do. Simple as that. All right. So transfer of Phil Jones. Phil Jones gone for sure. Memphis is still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm frozen. My screen is frozen. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, you look fine to me.
Oh well.
Okay. Skill look frozen to me.
Well, I net at his finest.
I know, right? Anyway, Reese said there's so many players to offload. Yeah, and Ollie's been training on the deadwood for some time now.
Yeah, I saw this on a blog that we need to offload so we can get 80 mil. We can raise 80 mil because they're trying to get Varane.
I agree. They should get him. What are you think about that Sevilla defender? What's his name?
Kunde.
He maybe cheaper than Varane.
Yeah.
Y'all like Kunde?
Yeah, and he can also play right back, so Wan-Bissaka can get his act together.
Yeah, we also need a right back too. I think we need another. Oh, y'all want to try Dallo?
So when you say get his act together, what do you mean, Memphis? What's wrong?
there's sometimes where he's just not consistent, or like there's some games where he looks like, well, nobody else can play, so
Mhm.
So
I agree.
when you guys talking about Fred decision going forward is poor, it's the same like Wan-Bissaka.
yeah. Although he
True.
has improved because I think for 2021, you have Luke Shaw's number one in the league for chances created for a defender, and I think second you have Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka has actually improved with his chances created. And I think he offers more defensively than Fred does holistically. So that's why,
Wow.
I would not even I would always give him. I think he needs competition. Just like we brought in Tellez with Shaw,
Hmm.
I think we need to bring in somebody there. And I was hoping Dallo could do it, but I don't think Ollie trusts Dallo
Yeah,
defensively.
Dalot can do it. But
Yeah, I don't think he
my
trusts Dallo
my
defensively.
transfer outs would be, as much as it kind of, I don't know why it hurts to say it, but Lingard,
Lingard, yeah.
yeah, Phil Jones.
Hmm.
I'd get rid of Dallo and bring in, proper competition. Um, who else there? We already got rid of Smalling, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, well, those three people are at the top of my head right now.
No,
Oh,
Damien George
wait,
is up in the Saudi.
um,
He's saying
Pereira,
Matic, Mata, Jones, Lingard,
yeah.
Nato, best time to sell. I agree with this list.
You also have Pereira,
Yeah,
Mata,
Pereira needs to go. Yeah.
Matic.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
And bring
but
Yeah.
in,
looking at this list,
Hmm.
they're all up in age. So we're not
True.
gonna get much for them.
No.
Matic maybe might get about maybe what 10.
10. Yeah.
yeah,
Jones
but
at 10.
they'll also free up the wages.
True. You can get 30 for Lingard. Right now with his form, you
Yeah,
can get 30 for
35,
Lingard.
35.
35? Yeah. Mata won't go for much. And Mata probably might end up being a coach at United or some
Okay,
kind of
so we're
ambassador
looking
or
at
something.
30,
Hmm.
40, 50, 60,
Yeah.
Dallo,
about
Dallo
60
could be
there.
like a good 20. I think Pereira's buy option is 25. 25. Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
but
try that.
I wouldn't mind taking out Daniel as well. But the thing about it, we need that
You know do
second
that.
option. That
I mean,
second
Yeah.
option. We need
Hmm.
that second option. So
Daniel James actually kept like a farm
yeah, bring
couple
in
weeks.
Sancho. Exactly.
Hmm.
So if you bring in Sancho, then Daniel James can get a run, come off the bench
Mhm.
True.
in cups,
If, when?
injury.
But my transfer ins, I wouldn't, cause Varane the last 2 seasons, like I think I said it in one of the WhatsApp groups. I don't remember which one. But I said
Mm,
Varane has been falling off,
mm,
and kind of is. I guess that's why Real Madrid would be okay with letting him go. But for
mm.
my coming in, I would either bring in Zagadou from Dortmund or Kunde,
I
the
like
centre
Kunde.
back.
Kunde looked like a good defender, boy. I like the way he played in the Champions League.
Mm.
Is it Champions League? Yeah. I do. I like the way his setup is. I think he's athletic. He's fast. He's even good in the air, definitely. And I think he'd make a great addition to our team. I think he'd be cheaper than Varane too. He's even on
Mhm.
wages. So I'd bring him in for sure. Yeah, I know I've been dying for Jadon Sancho. So Jadon Sancho needs to fix our right hand side for sure. But to be honest with you, I heard a rumor. I was going to bring it up in Ireland fans, but I can bring it up here because it's United. That ESPN said they have the inside. I think is one of the guys, and I think it's Don on ESPN, was saying that he heard from his sources that City are going to bid for Harry Maguire. Not Harry Maguire, sorry, for Harry Kane.
Oh,
City going to bid for Harry Kane.
Hey,
If
but
City bid for Harry
yeah,
Kane, that
I
means
heard
we
that
can go
too.
for Haaland. We can go
And
for Haaland.
I heard that too. And I also heard that Chelsea is knocking on Aguero's door.
Interesting. Interesting. Mm,
you see, the thing about Holland, I necessarily don't think he'd end up at United for a couple of reasons. One, Roy Keane mash up the old man career.
That young gone, man. That don't gone. That don't
Also,
gone.
I think he grew up a Leeds fan, which is, United rival.
Mm-hmm.
When he was younger,
True.
before, he became all
Mm-hmm.
famous and well good and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was an interview where he said he wants to win the league with Leeds.
Mm-hmm.
And there was
Mm-hmm.
also a time, I think there
Mm-hmm.
was a picture of him in a City jersey when he was younger.
Okay.
I don't know if that
All
was a
right.
real picture or,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook being
Mm-hmm.
Facebook.
Well, for me personally, though, I can give you reasons why I think he'll show up. I think he'll show up because I think
Money
he
is
has a
the
one, money, we're gonna pay him a ton of money, and two, we're gonna sell him on the fact that you can be our number 9 and take us to the title, and three, he's worked with Ollie before. They're both Norwegian. They have that connection. All right, so he's gonna go and he's gonna run ball for us from that perspective. And Ollie has a type of whole. I'll just call him up myself and speak to him. They obviously have a relationship.
Wait,
You know?
hold on there. I just realized something.
Yeah.
What didn't we have a show where we talk about up and coming stars?
Mm-hmm.
And you said Holland ain't good.
I did not say that. All right. I knew you're gonna say that. I knew you're gonna say that. What I said was that I am not jumping on the Holland bandwagon until he
Mm,
proves himself fully. Because I've been
mm-hmm.
burnt by many a young player who start out hot and they haven't done it consistently. All right. Example, Alexander Pato. Everybody was loving him, and where is he now? Okay. So everybody was going on like Hallaga be the next Lewandowski. And he just come. Do it for 2, 3 more seasons, like Harry Kane has done, and then I will get on the Haaland bandwagon. That's what
So
I'm
we're
saying.
back. So United
Yeah,
are
it's
buying
just like
Haaland 2 or
Timo
3
Werner.
seasons
It's just
later.
like Timo Werner. I'm not
There we
jumping
go.
on. Yeah, I'm not gonna jump on what you named it.
Haaland.
Haaland ship as
Hmm.
yet.
Hmm. He's
Do
a
it
good
again.
striker, though. He's
Yo,
good today,
yeah,
isn't
he
he?
has a
Yeah.
pace.
Hmm.
He's
The
good in the air.
size.
He's strong, boy.
Exactly.
He's a good boy. Yeah. And he can
He
finish. He's
can
a
take
killer.
you. He can take you on a
And
one-on-one
and
dribble.
and Josh, guess what?
Yes.
He was
Go
born
ahead.
in England, so he's English.
That is true. That is true. I also saw a stat for him the other day was saying that I think he had 14 starts and 20 goals in the Champions League. So that's crazy, you know. All right. Um, he said Haaland was gonna be a flop and he's overrated or something. I never said I said that he could be turned
Uh-huh.
into I remember I compared him to what am I name? The Spanish Diego. What's his name again? The striker man that played for Chelsea and he's not in a club now.
Wow. That played for Chelsea and
Uh,
have no club. Torres?
I think
Torres retired
no,
now.
no, no, not Torres. It's Diego. Oh
Oh,
my
Diego
goodness,
Costa. Diego Costa.
Costa. I compared him to Costa in the sense that he'd be a good striker. But if he proves me wrong, then that's the case. No, he has so far proved me wrong, and I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. He has done really well. But what if next season the man end up being a flop? Okay, because Harry Kane's first season he banging in goals left, right, and center, but he kept doing it. That's
So
all I was saying.
are you saying United should buy Haaland now or next season?
I think if we wait till next season and the market bounce back, that all the other teams are going to come in when they get their money, and then Haaland's price is just going to fly out the roof. I say United should go for him and for Jadon Sancho right now. And everybody's saying that we can't get them, we can't get them, we can't get them. United need to invest in the team. If they're not going to get Haaland this season, fine. Be prepared to pay a ton of money next season. But who's going to be our starting strike? Who's your starting strike next season if we go for Jadon Sancho instead? Because like Rashford on the left, Jadon on the right, who's striking? Bruno 10.
You see, that's the thing. So my other out would be, sadly, Cavani
Yep. See?
of
I
his
mean, he's
age.
only on one contract. He's only
Yeah,
on a
but
1 year
then
contract.
again, his agent is acting up, or
Yeah.
he's not
I
climatized,
think
he's not
I think it was
happy.
his father. That was his
His
father's his
father,
agent.
I uncle or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. I'm a act up, or he not happy.
Mm.
He hasn't climatized as yet.
Hmm.
So I'm like, really?
Yeah. I hear
This
you.
He
thing
So
doesn't.
is still
who's
this
Hey, he
thing is still
doesn't look
frozen
sad
for
to
me,
me.
so I'm gonna refresh it and see if it works.
okay? Well, you look fine to me. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
but
you
I
want to do
can't
it, go
I
ahead.
can't see the comments or anything. So
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No problem. But yeah, I agree with you, Skill. I agree with you. I think that he acting up, but I think Cavani should start with Martial because I think we need another striker. I think we need another pure striker, which is why I would go for Haaland if he's available. Because if you don't get Haaland, who do you get? You know what I'm trying to say? Who do we put there to
yeah,
strike?
I second that.
Because
Then
then
again,
now we have Greenwood. Greenwood is the only
yeah,
other backup striker we have.
but then again, the rumors have it that Martial is up for grabs, is out the
Yeah,
door.
yeah.
there's rumors. There's people like Josh who's saying, trying me.
No, and a Josh alone now. Me says so too now.
Yeah, something wrong with that.
Yeah, I think any day of the week. I mean, I like Martial, but guys, I think Martial should be to United what Sterling, Mahrez, Foden, and I could even say Fernand Torres is to City. Why can't we have a rotation policy so that Rashford will have a play every single game? Why can't sometimes we interchange them? If we had Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Greenwood, and Martial, then we rotate them all on the wing so everybody fresh. Give people a run of games. That's what Pep do. Pep do. You never see Mahrez play 6 games straight. You know that happen. And I'm thinking that's the case. Put
That's
Martial out to the
that's okay.
left.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. But the whole selling thing, mm-mm.
Fine. You see, there we go. I put Martial out to the left, sometimes at the right, maybe down the middle. Just interchange them. Bruno can play left too. Bruno can play anywhere up there. I mean, just interchange them all up there like Pep do, but have pure strikers in the pure striking role. I think that the team needs to do. And we have here Damien says our star player doesn't suit the Cavani. These supposed to be wingers don't cross and read. I hear you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really hear you. Good point, Damien. But I think this is why you bring in a Jadon Sancho. Because Jadon Sancho has created the most chances in Europe, I think, last season. I think the only one up there with him was Messi, was up there with him. And even this season, when he is injury prone a little bit more, because you think he had a calf injury, the boy's still creating chances and chances. So Jadon Sancho will give you goals, and Jadon Sancho will still whipping that ball and crosses with a far better quality than what a boy named Daniel James. Far better quality.
Daniel James shoot, you don't cross.
And I think Jadon Sancho too will score you 17, 20 goals in a season and give you 20 assists. Let's tell you now, Jadon Sancho is the answer to the problem. And people like Cavani would love him. But I want to give Skilly there.
Yeah. I'm here.
But I'll give one this view skill. One thing though. I think that we should consider the possibility at the end of the season, what y'all think about this, of letting go Cavani and bringing back Cristiano.
Hey, hey, I saw that too. I
I
saw
know,
that
right?
too.
We could
I
do it.
saw it.
We could do
I
it. I'm
saw
just
it.
like, what the heck? I mean,
But
serious. We could do it, guys. We could do it.
but
Good
hear the
skill.
thing now. Hear this thing now. If
That
we bring
contract
back
make a big
Christie,
no.
Orlando Memphis, what are reason a little bit? If we bring back Christie, where are we gonna play him?
Strike. Pure strike. You can do exactly what Cavani do, but better.
Christie, kind of
Mm,
toxic as well. Christie coming like on Kyrie.
I don't know,
If then a,
bro.
even
I
if then a,
don't
if, even give Christie the ball now, Christie game done now. I- I'm a big fan of him.
know.
Christie the best in the world.
Yes. Yes, he can still score you 30 goals a season. And you put him
Yes,
up
yes,
there and with Jadon Sancho whipping in them bars. Oh my
yes.
goodness.
Yeah,
Left,
but how
Woo!
right,
I
Bruno,
wouldn't.
Bruno behind
header,
him.
control,
Yeah,
dribbling.
Mm,
He has
but
it all.
mm. He can
I
still do
don't.
it. And he,
I don't
and he
think
not play that
Ronaldo.
defense.
That's a lot of money for like 1, 2 seasons.
Yeah, but I know
Yeah, but
you're
you
right.
know,
His
but
wages are going to
yeah,
be high.
his wage is going to be high. But then again, you're paying him because of what you
He
expect
brings.
of him.
Hmm.
If
Yeah.
he give us, hey, 15 goal in the Prem, why not?
Who? Chrissy
Christie.
now give 15. Chrissy give like 25 the
Okay,
least.
I'm just saying, I'm just putting off a rough sketch out there. If he
Me
give
hear
you
you.
15 from
Hmm.
him, let's say Bruno having a season like he's having now. Let's say Bruno give you 10. Rashford
Hmm.
give you 10.
Hmm.
What else you want? That's okay
I
by
think
me.
Clean
I think he'd
sheets.
want to come back because they don't get knocked out the Champions League. They could probably at the end of the season think, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna give it one more shot, which I think they probably might do. But if you're United come in with a bid, say we'll pay your wages, come in. We just got Jadon Sancho and Rafael Varane, you know, and we're gonna go for the title. Do one last hoorah with United, and then go play for Beckham in America. I think he'd come. You
Yeah,
know,
but
I think he'd come.
the thing is, do the board trust Ollie with the spending?
I think they like the fact that he doesn't spend. I think so. But I think they have to back him now. They have to back him. He secured Champions League football for the second season now. Hopefully,
I
becomes
wouldn't.
second.
That's still too early to say.
I would say, come on, Ray, never you think we're gonna jump a top four now? You
I
really
don't
think
think we're
so?
gonna drop out, but people can still catch her.
Yeah, well, okay, fine. Not second, but probably at least hold top four. So Champions League is secured. So he did that again. If he dropped to the top four, I think they'll probably fire him. But I think they'll give him the money, to go and invest in the team. But especially considering Barca had the money, Real Madrid had the money for sure, and I don't think Chelsea gonna spend another ton of money again. You
And we
know,
Hey,
just
so
got that. We just got a
have
shirt
you seen
deal.
this rumor? Have you
we
seen
got
this
the
rumor?
chat there. Good rumor.
Have you seen Griezmann rumor?
I
Ooh, I did
wouldn't.
see that.
I
I
wouldn't
did
I've
take
see
Griezmann.
seen
that.
that. I've
I
seen
did
that.
see that. That's a good point.
I've seen that.
Coleman Reti.
Yeah,
For
but
Coleman
I
50,
Reti.
I'll take Griezmann for the 50.
I
Of
wouldn't
course.
take Griezmann though, because Griezmann is kind of like the strikers we have at the moment, except Cavani. They play strike, but they're not actual striker.
Good point. That's a good point, Memphis. I gotta give you that.
So, so
I
you
give
said
it that.
Griezmann is probably playing a false nine?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's. I think that's what he plays at Barca, false nine.
Yeah. He's not a pure strike. He's not a Lewandowski, not a Cavani. He's
And
not a
when he was at
Zlatan.
when he was at Sociedad, he was a right winger.
Hmm. So, guys, if we don't get Haaland, who we buying?
Uh,
We have to buy somebody. Okay, do we all agree on
We
that?
have
We
to
need a
buy
striker.
somebody.
We need a
We
striker,
have to buy
okay?
somebody. But if all these rumors are true, and you have the Griezmann up for 50, the 50 mil,
Hmm.
I think they would look his way as well.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
guy who they tried to sign a couple seasons ago is about to get relegated. They could probably try him.
Who? Who?
Balati.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I didn't even realize he's still alive. Reese is saying, I agree with Skill Ronaldo back at Old Trafford to retire in the red is a dream come true. But he will destroy the team dynamic and is a bad business decision. He will cost way too much. I hear you, Risa, but the Juventus teammates have said, though, that his work ethic has improved the team. That's one. And two, I think his shirt sales would cover his cost. I think everybody's
e-
going to buy a Ronaldo shirt. So I
Especially
think
at United. If it's a number 7 shirt again.
give him back the number seven. That means Jaden, I forget something else. But give him back the number seven, then I think he would.
But
What about DCL at number 9? Yo, that's a good shout, Risa. That's a good shout.
DCL.
I would consider it. He is a pure number 9. I would consider it. I'm a big DCL fan.
Yeah,
Where's his
because
skill?
he's English. You'll find out anybody who's English.
Except for Pickford. Anyway, moving on. Go ahead, skill. Skill. You think DCL will fit?
Yeah, that's a shout. That's a
He's a
shout.
good, and he's played well. And you may not cost a lot either. You can get him for like a what?
20.
50? 20? Yeah.
45.
Yeah.
30.
English, have we
Yeah,
shown
but
the English tax?
Oh, the English
but
tax. Uh,
as I said previously, what happens
Mm-hmm.
if you have DCL,
Mm-hmm.
Griezmann, Ronaldo going forward up top?
Mm-hmm.
What is going to be? Who is going to be for you? Remember, we're talking about all these are rumors.
Well, Cristiano for
Sometimes
me.
rumor.
But
uh,
long term, DCL is probably the better financial decision. You buy him at 40, then if you mess up, you haven't lost a lot of money. Griezmann will probably come for plenty, especially with his wages. DCL wages might not be so high, so I guess the better business decision would be DCL, in my opinion. You know.
the,
Last
the
thing, guys, we have to close though. Go ahead, Memphis. You can say some Memphis.
the best attacking option would be Haaland.
Yeah, I agree. So let's see. Maybe Ollie can work his magic and see where that works and see how that's going to be the case. They've been here saying that if United buying DCL 80 million price tag, that's a good price. I like him at net. So would I. Guys, the lineup for the Leicester game tomorrow and your predictions. All right. Who we going with on top? Striking. Skill?
Um,
Well, up top, is Cavani back?
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
ish.
ish.
Yeah.
I
They
mean,
say he's back, but say
the
he had some
weird
kind of
thing is
niggle
though,
in training
the weird
last
thing
time.
is though, Marshall is in France's squad, and I think Marshall's still injured, so I'm confused.
I know, right?
I don't know if he's
But who
fit.
is who is starting? He's starting Greenwood again?
Most likely, I think
But
he's the only one fit.
if you start Greenwood, that means Daniel James is gonna have to play.
Yeah, yeah, on the right side, and then
I'd play him
Rashford
on
on the
the
left.
no, I'd play Daniel James on the left and Ahmad on the right. Because Rashford, I think Rashford needs a break.
Yeah, but we need a trophy. Okay,
Yeah, but he
that's
can
the thing.
he can sit on the bench if things get a little rough. Because remember,
You're
first
underestimating Leicester.
Leicester's first
Yeah,
choice
but
left back
don't
is injured.
Good point.
yeah, but
Mm,
don't you think starting the stronger team and then take him off and give him some rest than
that's a good
gambling
point.
gambling for second option and then probably losing it all?
Hmm.
Um, in
That's
this
true.
situation, I'd rest him because you play him and then take him off. Then when you take him off, you find out homeboy have to do his surgery now and done for the
Yeah,
rest
but
of the
That's
then
true.
season.
again,
That's true.
we all know that he's injured. He's playing on a lot of injuries.
Hmm.
Hey,
Yeah, David
he
John
wants to
says the
risk it.
team on the field against AC Milan second half. Rashford legit need to rest. I agree. He does.
He
That's a
does.
good
He does
point,
need a rest.
Memphis. He does need a rest. It's just that it's such a big game. I think Ollie really wants to get a cup. Whether it's Europa League or it's FA Cup. But if you all were to pick one, though, let's say we play the AC Milan team. Okay, if you're gonna pick one cup,
Mhm.
which one you pick? Europa League or FA Cup? Because we can't win the Prem. So
Um,
Europa League or FA Cup?
this
I'll go for
this one,
both.
yeah. I'm guessing we can't pick both.
Okay, I guess. I mean, we're gonna go for both. But if you
I'm
had
going
to
for
pick
both.
one, you're going for both. Okay, all right,
But
sure.
my lineup, I would go with this, like the front three I called, Greenwood, Daniel James on the left,
Hmm.
and but then again, I just remember probably put Daniel James on the right and Pogba on the left. I'd have Bruno at number 10. I'm not
Hmm.
going with Mick Fred or whatever you call him. I'm going with McTominay and Van der Beek, Wan
You know
Bissaka.
that's not gonna happen. You know that's not gonna happen.
It better happen though.
Okay. All right. Well,
The
Miss
boss
Saka,
need game.
what's your sense about pairing?
Lindelof and somebody else. Um, then again, Luke Shaw need a rest too, because
Yeah, but then
past
again,
couple
here is
games.
Memphis.
Tell us,
I'm
yeah,
not
tell
trying
us
to
on the
cut you
left.
out, but in these crucial times, when do you call it rest? There's no rest for the weary
I know,
in this
right?
time.
Rashford gonna want to play. Rashford gonna want to play. So I think he's gonna play
I
Rashford.
mean, as an
Rashford
England
agreed
fan,
with
would you want him to play and then out for the Euros?
no. I would not. I really would not.
No,
But I
but
also want Ollie to win his first cup though. So
I mean,
that's
they
why I
can
say
still win the game without Rashford.
I don't think
They
so.
won. They
Not
won
against
the
Leicester.
AC Milan game without Rashford.
Yes, but I just don't think Leicester. Leicester is coming into this game. It's a home
AC
game for
Milan
Leicester.
better than Leicester.
True. I hear you. I hear you, bro. I hear you. All right. But yeah, Damien Gerrard says, yeah, stop the quadruple. I want to see what Reese says here. She said here that when you're building a team, you don't want to bring in Griezmann or Ronaldo, which is why I think about it, Risa, the DC I think make more sense. He's English, he's young, and he's not going to be expensive. So
Haaland,
I
born in
think,
England, he's young and he's a proven goal scorer.
yeah, but DCL is having a great season too. So I think DCL will be the backup option to Haaland. That's what I think. I think Ollie's going to do that. I think Ollie's going to go for Haaland. And if you don't get him, he's going to go Jadon Sancho, DCL. That's what he's going to do. And I think that's an upgrade. DCL is an upgrade to what we have. I really think he's an upgrade to what we have.
so are we looking at long term? Right now, are we looking
Yeah.
at long term?
I think that's what they said the transfer policy is now.
Yeah. Young, English, hungry.
Not young English, young and hungry.
Yeah, young and hungry. That's what he's looking
English
for.
bias.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, young and hungry. That's what you're looking for now. All right, last thing, guys. So we all agree that the lineup, we all agree in the back four. All right, Henderson in goal, or you bring it back to here.
Henderson in goal.
It's a cup game, so Henderson.
Henderson in goal. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Bailey, Maguire. You rest Maguire? Because Maguire say you don't want to rest.
No.
And back
Same
Hughes
back
over
four.
Maguire.
Same back
four. Same back. But I tell her she get a run out though, man. Rest. I know Shaw Bones and them are too good now. Shaw is injured for the next 6 months now. So, and I need him for Euro. All right, I feel Tellers.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I really like Shaw need to come on the England squad for this next upcoming internet. Like, no, the boss can get injured. No.
He gonna get injured, legit. He gonna get injured, yeah, for sure. All right, so what's your predictions, guys? We got, what's your predictions for the game, the Leicester game?
It's an away game, so 3-0 United.
Okay, I love your logic. 3-0 United. Skill you?
2-1 United.
I'm gonna go. 2-0. I think we can pull a clean sheet out of this one. They're missing a lot of players. Matters is not playing, so I'm gonna say hold a clean sheet, hopefully, but I doubt it. I want to say 2-1, but I'm gonna go 2-0. All right. Let me see. If you was to choose a cup, Europe trumps English for me. Bigger stage, bigger, more difficult trophy for Ollie to win. Perfect first trophy. Good point, Risa. Definitely. We don't need the Europa League to get into Europe. I think we can still make top four. I know we will.
Yeah, but I think we should win the Europa League just so Arsenal doesn't win it.
True. So that they don't come into Europe. That's a good point. This is the United show. This is the Ireland fan, so I can say that. Right?
Wow.
So we're going to throw that out there. No, so they don't win it. But yeah, I realize more likely it's going to be an Arsenal United final, right?
I mean, who on
I
that
think
side?
so.
Who on
Yeah,
that
but we
side?
don't know where it's going.
They have Zagreb,
Arsenal
Slavia Prague, and who else over there?
They're gonna play. How you gonna?
They're playing Slavia Prague, but there's Zagreb and somebody else on that side of the tree.
Yeah, when they beat, they can beat everybody over there. Our biggest thing is that whoever come up between Ajax and Roma, those are two good teams. Those are Champions League teams. So
I mean Roma in shambles.
Yeah, but I don't still see.
In Serie A at least.
I remember Villarreal with
Villarreal.
with
Emery
Emery.
getting his revenge. Emery getting
Emery
his revenge.
is Emery.
Barca knock out
Emery.
Arsenal.
Yeah, that was the game I knew was gonna be tough for them. They're gonna beat Slavia Prague, and then hopefully Emery will bang them. But Emery has won a lot of Europa Leagues though, so he's not anybody
Didn't
to
win it
joke
to
around.
Arsenal.
He didn't, but he did win at least two with Sevilla. So um, if we meet Villarreal in the final, I think we can beat them. But I have a feeling that Arteta is gonna figure out a way to beat us if we meet them in the final. I just don't. They've been a bogey team lately. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, because we sit back instead of
Okay.
going at Arsenal.
We're gonna leave that one there. It's worked, hasn't it? Sometimes.
Yo, what?
Uh,
Yo, take down the comment, dog. Yo, take down the comment.
and Oli is going to beat Arteta if they meet. It is long overdue. Oli can probably put it up in the final stage. All right. Any last words, guys? I think we covered everything. We put a lot into the show. Covered a lot of stuff. In terms of United. But so we re-signing Pogba. We giving Pogba all the money.
Hey,
I
and
mean,
captaincy as well.
listen to all this now. First, all the one they talk about the sell Pogba for the 150. Now, listen to them.
No, no. We not sell Pogba. How you not? How is not? Hey, let's put this out there, quick before we leave.
Mm-hmm.
How you not certain? That's the reason for Pogba'S attitude. Maguire come and get captaincy.
I mean, yeah, I think he got stripped of the captaincy the season before, ain't it?
Exactly my point.
But the thing is, I wouldn't say, and I don't see nothing wrong with Pogba attitude. The boss actually been
you one of them.
the man been injured. You have them United fans who think he faked his injuries. Since we signed Pogba, create the most chances in the Prem.
Yeah.
De Bruyne, who?
I agree with you that he's a great baller for us. I just think the problem is that he has a stupid agent and they always looking more money. And I'm gonna chat a bunch of nonsense. That's why I like him. He's
guess
toxic.
Who Haaland agent be?
He's toxic. Same
Guess
guy.
Who Haaland
I know.
agent.
That's the reason why he didn't come to United the first time. He
But
wants some buyout clause.
You ain't see they fix up the agent. Because I think what's his name? The guy on Twitter. Fabrizio Romano.
Yeah.
Tried to get Raiola to say something. Raiola said, I can't speak. If I speak, people will get upset.
Okay.
Agent in check.
I didn't hear that. One there. Okay. Finally stepping up. If that is true.
I can go look for the tweet.
If that is true, I believe you. That's all we wanted. That's all we wanted from Agent P. For him to step up and do what he's supposed to do. But hopefully Van der Beek gets to running the team. All right. I also like Son Niguez there in the midfield too.
They need to play all three of them. I just want to see how it look with all three of them in the midfield.
That means the team have to play 6.
Bruno, Van der Beek, and Pogba.
Why?
Because me want score 10 goals.
Yeah, and we're gonna concede 10.
I mean, remember we have the great Maguire behind here.
That doesn't mean anything.
Oh Lord, mercy. All right then. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the game. Hopefully we'll do well. And we leave it at that. Thank you guys for coming on. And we need to do more of these, and get some more. So we'll see how it goes. And hopefully we don't get knocked out, because everybody could be on all these cases if you get knocked out.
Everybody gonna be on this show talking about they had their own show just to lose.
Yeah, we're end up like Arsenal people.
Yeah.
I mean, City lost too. Yeah, because we beat City that same weekend.
That is true. That is true.
But it's not like Arsenal. Arsenal had about 3 shows in 1 week. Yeah.
All right, so we'll do more shows. We'll do more shows.
That's if Shaq still watch.
No, I think he's gone right now. But yeah, hopefully, I hope Pogba starts. He needs to start, and when he starts, I think we will win. I think we definitely will win.
what a time to be alive. The change over the past few months.
You never gonna get me say any days Island fans. Never
Oh,
yet, right?
oh,
Only on United show. That's how it is.
oh, oh.
All right, fellas. Thank you so much for coming in and talking with me about the greatest club in the world. You know, as it says in there, glory, glory, Man United. You know, best team. And we'll get back. We'll get back our glory days, man. As long as buy what you're supposed to buy, next season we'll be coming back. Be coming back. Have a good night, fellas, and stay COVID free.
Fully vaccinated.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.